From thee I crave in this court a Christmas gift, for it is Yule and New Year, and here many young men.
And so I crave in this court only a Christmas game, since it's the holidays, and you here are young and merry.
If any so hardy in this house holds himself, is so bold of blood, hot-brained in his head.
If any in this house here holds that he is brave, if so bold be his blood or his brain be so wild,
that dare staunchly strike a stroke for another, I shall give him as a gift this weapon so rich,
that he sternly dares to trade one strike for one strike, then I will give him as my gift this costly weapon.
this blade that is heavy enough to handle as he likes, and I will bear the first blow as bare as I sit.
This axe, it's heavy enough to handle as he pleases, and I'll bear the first strike, here, bearing my neck as I kneel. Hello and welcome to the Superpower Dare Die team. I'm Peter.
And I'm Rick, and today we're reviewing the 2021 movie The Green Knight. Pete, you made me sit through this. Now I need to ask why.
Well, I just saw the the title card come up on Amazon a lot. I was curious about it. I think that I've enjoyed Dev Patel in other movies, and every time I scrolled through my phone, I'd see little review snippets of it praising the movie, saying that it was a really bold and interesting movie. So I thought it might be a good one to watch.
And how wrong the reviews can be. I don't know. Like, I just thought it was a waste of my time. Like, if Amazon, this is an Amazon original, I believe.
It is.
And if Amazon want to throw this at me, they need to be paying me to watch their show. I'm not, because I just thought this was rubbish.
So it's based off an ancient poem. It's Gawain and the Green Knight. I think that's how you say his name.
Yeah,
so
something like that.
I'm quite partial to like fantasy and Arthurian legends and movies like that.
Diese vier, wie erkenne ich sie?
They're not often very good, but sometimes you get a really good one. I was hoping this was going to be a really good one. It started out, I was getting into the court setting. You've got King Arthur, although it's never explicitly said that it is King Arthur.
No, I don't think any of the characters are actually referenced by their
No, I don't think so.
I guess legendary names. So I think there was a Merlin, a shot in there, which just hinted at Merlin, but not actually being Merlin.
And you've got the Knights of the Round Table.
Yeah.
The lead character really wants to be a knight because to be a knight is a big thing. And so the events take place and he's set off on a quest. And I thought, okay, this is going to get good now. It's the hero's quest. He's going to have adventures along the way. It's going to be exciting. I think there'll be action. There'll be fighting. There'll be all sorts. Damsels in distress, the whole caboodle. And none of that really happened. It was just a dwindling, bit of a boring stroll around the forest, really. Some weird stuff too, but yeah.
It was a bewildering walk around the forest because it was visual. It was there were scenes that just didn't seem to connect with each other. The story wasn't really linear, except for the fact that he seemed to be trying to get to a bit further on in his so-called quest. He meets people that are just weird. I'm not saying that I like to see a movie that spells everything out for you. Like, sometimes it's good, but I feel that I am of the intelligence. I can sit there and make up my mind about stuff of what's happening on screen, as long as it kind of is not just random stuff thrown together.
Yeah,
Which
and
this is what this appeared to be. It was just random. If I'd known about the poem, and I might have done a bit of research on it, because a movie that I had to sit down and then go and look up and go, what the heck did this actually mean? Yeah.
I went straight to Wikipedia afterwards and what did I miss
so did
there?
I.
I don't think you're alone there. They just had some strange things, and he doesn't seem to have any growth. Like the only growth he seemed to have seems to be like a future premonition of what could happen.
Yeah.
So the actual character, like, he starts off, he's pretty incompetent. He gets robbed straight away, and there's no him fighting back. There's nothing.
And I'm okay
So
I
he's
was
not
okay for
really
it.
a hero, is he? Really, because he's not really
No, but
fighting for himself.
but he wasn't in this sense. He wasn't built up to be a hero. He was just a drunk, basically, just like having a good time. The king was trying to build him up more as a relative of his. He wanted him to be more, join us at the knight's table, sort of thing. Never
Yeah.
actually spoken like that. It was just kind of all spoken in riddles
Implied.
almost.
And I
And-
thought maybe because the title is the Green Knight, which refers to a character that comes in and sets a challenge and sets the story in motion. But I wondered maybe Gawain was the Green Knight, green as in new at something. You
okay.
say someone's green when they're brand new at something. He wasn't really a knight until the premonition, really.
Yeah. Well, when you first suggested it, I thought you'd found something that was like I don't know, maybe a comics version of a cross between Green Lantern and Dark Knight.
No, okay.
I think there is a comic out there about that.
But it just doesn't. It's just meandering and doesn't seem to go anywhere. There's good visuals in it. There's some really good cinematography. There's a scene in it where he's tied up and they have like a complete 360-degree shot and with a little bit of a trick, and then it comes around back to him. But just nothing really happens. He gets to the Lord and Lady's place, so I think I was done. And that was a bit confusing to me now. I wasn't sure what was going on there.
Yeah, I think I was pretty confused through most of them because I think maybe back in the court there was a little bit happening. I wasn't sure what was going on with the mum. Was she setting this up? Was she?
Yeah, it seems like she summoned the Green Knight. So the Green Knight comes in and he makes a challenge that if any man would dare to strike the Green Knight with his sword, then they can have his axe, but under the condition that whatever wound that he gives the Green Knight, he has to meet him a year later, and he'll get the same thing. So you'd think you'd like nick his finger or something, wouldn't you? Like,
no, but it was set up as a trick. It really,
yeah, it was.
Yeah.
One year hence.
So he chops his head off, and then I did like the title cards. Some of the title cards were quite clever, and it said something like "an all too quick year later." Like, I didn't mind that, but that was about as far as. So he goes off and has some. You can't even really call them adventures.
No, they weren't.
Because
It
they
was
don't. He just meets some people, gets robbed.
But they're all kind of just, it's all cryptic. There's no real conversations going on with people. They almost talking in riddles through the whole
they
thing.
are.
And there's nothing to move the story forward.
When I read up about it afterwards, I read it in a poem. The mother character in the poem is Morgana, who is like a sorceress in the Arthurian legend, and so it turns out at the end that she's the lady from the House and the Lord and the Lady, and that the Lord is the Green Knight, and it was all like a trick played by Morgana, which makes more sense.
Yeah.
But in the context, they've changed the character to the mother, and so because of what happens in the house, I guess that was a bit problematic to have it be that character.
Yep, that was a very distressing scene.
But I think it was, and somebody I haven't seen that fluid on screen since There's Something About Mary, and it was a bit jarring. The character that played Arthur, the actor that plays Arthur is Sean Harris. He played like an assassin in the Borgias. He's a good actor.
I liked him. I think the scenes with him were good.
Yeah, he was good.
Dev Patel, I'd heard of him,
Yeah,
but I couldn't remember. And then I looked him up, and I don't think I've
Slumdog.
seen. Yeah, I've never seen any other movie he's been in.
he was in
so-
Slumdog Millionaire, and he just recently played David Copperfield in a much better movie than this one.
Oh, really? I was just saying the director. I looked him up as well, so I'm not familiar with a lot of his films. David Lowy, I think, and
Yeah, I don't know him.
he did a Disney like an updated film for Disney of Pete's Dragon. Then I saw a photo of him, and I go, "Yep, I can see this coming out of that guy's brain because I'm
It's
not
a
going to say
very-
like it's artistic and it's
It
creative.
is very
and
arty. It's like an arty fantasy movie.
It's what some people want in a film. They don't want to go and see another Marvel, another Star Wars, another superhero movie. They want to be challenged, and I'm okay being challenged in a movie. I just
Don't want to be bored.
yeah, and it was
Yeah.
just lots of scenes that were sort of beautifully shot and cobbled together, but really
And
had
it seemed a bit pointless too. It's like it's not if like the different like encounters he had. If he had learnt a lesson from them or something, it might have made
Yeah.
more sense. But he didn't seem. He goes to a woman's house who is like a ghost who's had her head decapitated.
yeah.
So she asks him to get her head back. So
Yep.
that happens. That's Erin Kellyman who played Enfys Nest. I think she popped up in The Falcon and the Winter Soldier as a very similar character, and she's going to be in the new Willow series.
Oh, really?
The actual Green Knight was played by Ralph Ineson, who, if you're a fan of the UK Office, that was Finchy.
Oh, really?
So, but he's doing. I just looked him up, and he's doing really well for himself. He's the director of The Witch. He was in The Witch, and he's going to be in the Viking movie that we talked about. And The Fox. I don't know what The Fox was about either.
Yeah. What did the fox say?
What does the fox say?
I was watching and going through and hoping that like, something at the end would tie it up to go. You've strung me along for this long, and oh wow, there's a revelation here. It's like I get all of that stuff now, and wow, mind blowing.
But no.
But no, it just kind of went.
And I was the same.
And
Like,
the-
it sort of had me at the beginning with the quest type thing. I thought it was going to go somewhere. It didn't. You know, you have scenes with giants in it, and I don't know why. They just walk by. So what was the point of that? I don't know.
I'm not sure. I don't know. He asked the giant, like, can you give a weary traveller a lift on your shoulder?
Yeah.
And it looked like the giant was like reaching out to pick him up to put him on the shoulder. And then he kind of backed off and the fox jumped in, started growling. I was like,
What does the fox say?
So was the fox
what just happened?
him or what?
I think the fox might have been his. I don't know what the fox was.
And the mum, like, what was the purpose of the mum putting it all in motion? Like, what was her goal?
I got no answers because I don't care.
But so the bit I didn't get is that his mum knitted him the bit
Yeah,
I didn't get. One of the things I didn't get was mum knitted him like a belt that protected him, had runes in it that would protect him. And so
Yep.
he loses it immediately to the bandits at
bandits.
the beginning. And then the lady gives him it back somehow. And when he got the head back from the headless ghost,
Yeah.
his axe was there the next day. So I don't know what was going on.
Anyway, I've said all I can say about this. It's weird. I didn't like it. I'm not going to recommend it to anyone. If you like that sort of stuff, go for it. But I like something that kind of makes sense.
Yeah, I wouldn't recommend it. I didn't find it very coherent or very entertaining. There's some nice visuals in it. There's some nice camera tricks and things. But apart from that, I've got very little to recommend it for. I think a good movie is a good movie. If it's, it could be an art house movie, but if it's coherent and makes sense, it's a good movie. Like if it keeps you engrossed and engaged, it's a good movie. Doesn't matter what type of movie, what genre, whatever it is. It just has to have something that keeps you in, like hooks you in and keeps you in. And this just did not. Thank you for watching our review of The Green Knight. If you enjoy our videos, please like and subscribe. You can follow us on Twitter, Facebook, and Instagram.
Thanks for watching, everyone, and thanks for your support. We'll keep chugging these ones out. Until next time, bye for now.
See ya. And all I could think of after was that someone in the special effects shop had to mix that up.
Or